Hey there, Alan Matthews here. In this video, we're going to talk about what to do in your practice if you have a hurt left hand. I slammed it in the car door, it got bit by a dog, and now I can't practice with it. Well, the number one thing is let it rest. The quicker you let it rest and heal, the better. Working through pain, continuing on whenever it's hurt is really hurt. Well, it just hurts. It's going to create more problems than it solves. You'll ultimately, it's wear and tear. It's not good. So main thing, let it rest. Let it heal. That's the main thing. You're going to want to tie it behind your back if you need to. So then the question is, what do you do in your guitar practice then if your left hand is not available for action? Well, then the answer to this is do something else, right? So we can either do right hand work or we can do things that do not require the guitar at all. So we'll start with those. Visualization is a really great one. Visualize your left hand playing chords. Visualize your left hand playing your memorized pieces, learning new pieces. You can just do it visualizing them, whatever the notes are on the page, sight reading in that way. You can work on your bodily position as well. So you can just sit here and notice the way that your weight is different on your seat, the way that your body is used, tension, excess tension in anywhere that you happen to find it. Are you scrunching your toes? Any of this. Also, you could study music theory, history, do some listening online, choosing some new music, tidy up your practice space, anything that makes your practice better, so long as you're still spending time on your music practice. Now, the other thing that you can do is work on your right hand. And this is typically what you'd probably think of immediately. And then, so what do you actually do with your right hand? Well, I think it can be a great gift to hurt your left hand because the right hand is such a big thing with classical guitar. The right hand is it's kind of what we do. I mean, there's obviously a lot of left hand, but right hand technique is a big deal. So working on your I&M alternation scale technique, working on your arpeggios and your all of your different your techniques, taking the time to slow down and make it into a study to where you're really noticing the details and you're not so preoccupied with I get to play this piece, and just so that you're ignoring what your hands are doing and just hoping for the best and blindly, like in the runaway car. It's amazing how many of our practices are like that. So then you can actually take the time to notice some details of the right hand. You could also do exercises, raschiatos, any sort of arpeggio exercise. Whatever it is that you want to do, that will build up the skills and the strength, and then putting all of your attention on that. Listening to your tone, listening to the volume. You play with volumes up and down. So you actually go in waves, doing anything that you normally wouldn't, that will make your technique better, that will ultimately make you stronger as a player. The other thing is that you can go through your pieces, the tricky spots of your pieces, and play it just the right hand. This is so difficult to do from memory, but you can do it for either new pieces or existing pieces. Especially in tricky spots, work out just the right hand. Now, as you do this, your left hand is just going to naturally want to drift over there, and you have to just say, no, this is just a right hand issue. If you don't want the sound, if you don't want the open strings to be sounding out, you can put a sock in it. You can put a sock down in here, just do that, or a dry piece of sponge you can just leave in your practice case, or your guitar case, or in your practice space, and put that underneath there as well. A little piece of foam, anything like that to just mute out the strings, or just use your left hand and mute out the strings so that you can just do that. So those are a few things you can do. If your left hand has been bit by the dog, then you can still do a lot of work with your right, or a lot of work surrounding your musical knowledge with theory, listening, visualization, and bodily awareness. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe to this channel and have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.